Hello, I'm Orin Bruton. I'm kind of here to talk to you about why I love this church. In 1974, I resigned my commission in the U.S. Navy after 10 years active duty because I was lonesome for the Willamette Valley. Karen and I decided that Salem was a good place to move to and raise a family. We started looking for a church home because we'd had such a great experience when we were in San Diego. We thought we never could find another church to replace that one. Well, Chuck and Penny got a hold of us, and here we are, still here. You don't tell Chuck and Penny no. They were just delightful people. It really enriched our experience here. But what really made us feel welcome was the Sunday school class like the ambassadors. And believe it or not, once upon a time, we were all young with little kids. Uh, we had a great time getting together, all kinds of activities, the social, sharing with each other, and getting to know each other. That really made us feel at home here. It was a great place. We had an active children's program that our kids were in. One of the fun things was participating in the youth group when our kids were in high school with the Carlyles, the Andersons, the Jacksons, the Smiths, and others. Uh, I think we had as much fun as the kids did, and that really meant a lot to us. The church became very, very important. Another thing that I really appreciated was the opportunity to teach. Actually, I started doing this back when I was in St. Louis. We were in a Union Avenue Christian Church, and our Sunday school teacher was Howard Short. That name doesn't probably mean anything to you, but years ago, he was the editor of a magazine called The Disciple, which has long since ceased publication from the Christian Board of Publication in St. Louis. Well, a couple of days he said, I can't be there next Sunday. Orin, you teach the class. What, me? What? I'm just a medical student. I don't know how to teach a Sunday school class. Well, he said, you can do it. Well, showing the faith in me, I sort of found out I enjoyed it because I learned something that I didn't know before. And so I love to teach. In San Diego, I shared teaching when the days that I was not on, or Sundays I was not on call. And it was really quite a good experience. I really got to know people, but the thing that I enjoyed was learning. I would have to do research, and I'd learn so much. Well, we came here, and pretty soon the ambassador said, I heard that you taught when you were in San Diego. Well, I taught some classes. One thing led to another. And then a new class was started by Penny Chereau called the Friendship Class for a number of people who had lost spouses or for one reason or another felt that some of the other classes just didn't fit their needs. It was called the Friendship Class. Well, Penny started it, and we had about 35 people show up. Penny got busy, and then Joyce Frame took it over. And Joyce talked me into helping her out. Well, Joyce then left to pursue her own career. And I think I continued to teach the friendship class for over 10 years. It was a fun group of people to be with. Problem was we all grew older. And as we continued to grow older, fewer and fewer people were able to attend for one reason or another. Well, about that time, the Keystone class upstairs was starting to have some of the same problems. And Walter Lance and Dave Holler were teaching that class. Walter had to stop. So we said, well, let's combine the friendship and the Keystone class. And we got known by that name, KFC. And it wasn't Kentucky Fried Chicken. But we had a finger-licking good time up there. And Dave and I traded off, and that really helped me, helped Dave. And we had a great time until, again, the class aged out. And we finally disbanded and joined back with the ambassadors, found out, though, that we were now the older group of the church. But it's still a great class with a lot of good friends, a lot of great times together. Leadership has been provided to me throughout the years as elder, deacon, uh, various committees. I even chaired a search committee, which was a rewarding experience, and currently serving as board chair, which is an interesting job. But I appreciate the opportunities that it's given me to grow. The, the church has just really enriched my life, enriched our family's life, Karna's life, uh, with faith and the opportunities to grow. Uh, all the time, I'm learning new things. I love different points of view because it makes me think. The church has provided me with that. It's a uh, great growth experience. I also met some people in this church over the years who I call the saints of the church. Um, Chief among those was Ernie Savage, because he lived his life of giving and humility. And I kind of really admired Ernie, and he asked me to do a number of things, sometimes out of my comfort zone, but it all worked out. There were a lot of other saints, Paul Holloway, Tom LeDuc, Matt. He made violins, and great violins. I understand a lot of people coveted those, but he was just a great guy. The Carsons, Opal and Doc Carson, were just strong pillars of the church. People that really cared and led. Gave me some examples to follow. Speaking of them, they headed up some really neat socials. We used to have a great picnic out at Opal and Carson's place, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of people had a great time. The church also has had a lot of socials and dinners where we've gotten to know each other. Thanksgiving dinners have just been packed downstairs, but it's a lot of fun to share and to be together as a family. I think that's probably a couple of things I would like to hit on is the spatial opportunities of spatial worship services. I love the Christmas Eve service. That is so inspirational, this candlelight service. But Easter services and some of the other spatial musical services we've had are just make your spirit sing, and I can't sing. But it just lifts my soul, and I love it. Lastly, the church has allowed me to participate and to grow, but it's given me a lot of support. In the last 6 months, I've needed it. But the church is my family, and they've rallied around and make me feel accepted and loved. And I tell you, it's gotten me through some difficult times, and I just can't say thank you enough for all the church family. I remember telling a friend here at church who also lost a spouse recently, said, how do you make it? I said, the church has been vital to me. It has really supported me. My own family is awesome, and they're great, but the church family has really got me over the hump and the rough spots in the road that I'm sure I'll face again as I come to them. But the church is here, and it's stood by me, and I love it for that. So I really appreciate First Christian Church, Salem, Oregon. It's got wonderful people. I can't say enough good about the leadership of the church, the worship services, the music. It all is vital in growing and showing me the love that is talked about in the Bible. The love of God comes through the people here, the leadership, the minister, and the opportunity to grow. And I really appreciate this. Thank you.